Listen and practice.
Animals in danger. Every animal has a special place to live called its habitat, but people are destroying many of these important habitats. When we cut down the rainforest trees, we destroy the habitat of gorillas and tigers and hundreds of smaller animals. Global warming is also a problem for animals. For example, if too much ice at the North Pole melts, polar bears will lose their habitat. Hunters kill some animals for money. Many elephants were hunted because people could sell their ivory tusks for a lot of money. Now, this has stopped. But all around the world, hundreds of different types of animal, from insects to tigers, are disappearing because of lost habitats or hunting. Pollution is also a huge problem for animals.
Listen and practice.
Cleaner planes. Engineers are trying to make plane engines that don't pollute the air, but it's very difficult. They know that lighter planes with bigger wings use less fuel. They are designing better planes all the time. Some planes can fly using biofuels, but many people think it's wrong to grow plants for planes. They say that we need the land to grow food for people. What do you think? A few planes are already powered by solar energy, but they don't have any space for passengers.
Listen and practice.
Too many plastic bags. We throw away more plastic bags than anything else. Plastic bags are a huge problem for our planet. It's difficult to recycle them. You can use a plastic bag for only 5 minutes, but it can take 500 years to decompose. People throw away too many plastic bags, and this pollutes our cities, countryside, and oceans. Many fish, birds, and other animals die if they eat a plastic bag, because then they can't breathe or eat food. Try to use plastic bags lots of times, or use a bag that is made of a natural material instead.
Listen and practice.
Without plants, we would have nothing to eat. We also use plants to make clothes, homes, and medicines. Plants take carbon dioxide from the air, and they give us oxygen to breathe too. Plants are really important. All living things are part of food chains. Plants are at the start of all food chains because plants only need sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide from the air to make their food. Animals need to eat plants, or they eat other animals that eat plants. So we all need plants.
Listen and practice.
Food and drink. Plants give us food like fruit, vegetables, and rice. We eat fruit and vegetables because they contain vitamins that keep us healthy. Cereal crops, like wheat and corn, give us flour to make bread. Many drinks, like tea, coffee, and chocolate, come from plants. We also use some plants as herbs or spices to make our food taste good. We use olive trees in many ways. We can eat the fruit and use oil made from the fruit for cooking. The oil is also good for our hair and skin.
Listen and practice.
Medicines. For thousands of years, people have used plants as medicines. Many modern medicines are made from chemicals that were first found in plants. Many plants that are used for medicines grow in rainforests. For example, the rosy periwinkle from Madagascar contains chemicals that can treat 2 types of cancer.
Listen and practice.
Plants in danger. Plants need clean air and water to grow. Polluted air and water can damage them. Global warming is also a problem. Some plants cannot grow in their usual place if the temperature gets too high, or if there is extreme weather, like floods. We are using too many trees. Big international companies cut down huge numbers of trees for wood to make furniture or paper. Sometimes they cut down trees in rainforests to make space to grow crops or to raise cattle, so that they can produce cheap food like palm oil and hamburgers.
Listen and practice.
What can we do? If we keep our planet clean and use fewer fossil fuels to reduce global warming, we will save millions of plants. We must also use fewer trees. We can use less paper and recycle it. Some charities collect money to buy trees to keep them safe. We can pay people to care for trees and use them in different ways to make money. For example, farmers can sell nuts from their trees. We must stop companies destroying rainforests to bring us cheap food. We can plant new trees. Countries and big companies can also replace the trees that they use. Finland and Canada already do this.
Listen and practice.
We need animals. Earth is home to many amazing animals, from tiny bacteria that we can't even see to huge whales. We share our planet with all these other animals. Animals help us in many different ways, and we must protect them. Many animals, like cows, sheep, and chickens, are raised for food. Farmers raise them to give us meat, cheese, eggs, and milk. In the ocean, there are fish farms where large numbers of fish are raised for food. We use animals to give us leather, wool, and feathers. Around the world, animals are also used to help us with work. They carry people and crops, and they help with farm work.
Listen and practice.
Useful mini-beasts. Insects, like beetles, flies, and ants, help the planet too. Some insects carry pollen from flower to flower. Many flowers need pollen from another flower to make seeds. Bees fly from flower to flower to get nectar to make honey. People collect the honey and enjoy eating it. Many insects are useful because they eat waste, and worms help us by making compost and keeping the soil healthy.
Listen and practice.
Being active is very important, but do you know why? There are many benefits to exercise. It is good for your mind and body in many ways. Exercise makes your body stronger. You need a strong body so you don't get sick easily. Exercise is good for your heart. Your heart pumps blood around your body. The more you exercise, the stronger your heart is. Exercise helps you keep a healthy weight. A healthy weight is important so you don't get sick. Exercise helps your brain work better. When you exercise, more blood goes through your brain. The more blood that goes through your brain, the better your memory gets. Exercise makes you happier. Exercise is a great way to reduce stress. It gives you more energy to do things that make you happy. The more things you do, the better you sleep. There's a kind of exercise out there for everyone. You can do it alone or with others. You can ride your bike or climb the stairs. You can learn a new team sport. You will meet people and make friends. Exercise makes you strong, healthy, and happy. And it's fun to exercise. So don't forget to exercise.
Listen and practice.
Pollution makes land, air, and water dirty. Factories make pollution, and landfills make pollution too. Polluted air and water can make people and animals sick. People throw some waste onto the ground or into rivers. This waste makes more pollution and more problems. Polluted rivers can kill the plants and animals that live there. All around the world, people make lots of new things every day. We need materials like paper and plastic to make these things. Paper is made from trees. Plastic is usually made from oil. Many factories use oil for the energy that they need to make machines work, or to make things very hot. Earth gives us trees and oil. We need to use them carefully so that we can have them in the future. We are making too many new things and using too many materials. We are also making too much waste. We can't live like this forever. We are making too many problems for Earth.
Listen and practice.
Food waste. We all make a lot of waste. There's waste from our homes, factories, offices, and schools. We recycle a lot of our waste materials, but we should recycle more. What do you do with the food that you don't eat? In some countries, people throw away billions of metric tons of food waste every year. Some of it is food that we can't eat, like banana skins and eggshells, but some of it is good food. Most of it goes to landfills. In landfills, there's no air under the ground, so food decomposes very slowly. We can make compost with some of our food waste. We can do this at home. The compost helps plants to grow in the garden. In a compost bin, worms eat the waste and make it into compost. In many places, people collect food waste from homes, stores, and restaurants. Machines called biodigesters use the food waste to make compost for farms. When the food decomposes, it makes a gas. People can use this gas to cook with or to make electricity. We can reduce waste and save money when we only buy food that we need. We should think carefully about what food we need to buy so that we don't waste it.
Listen and practice.
Animals in danger. Every animal has a special place to live called its habitat, but people are destroying many of these important habitats. When we cut down the rainforest trees, we destroy the habitat of gorillas and tigers, and hundreds of smaller animals. Global warming is also a problem for animals. For example, if too much ice at the North Pole melts, polar bears will lose their habitat. Hunters kill some animals for money. Many elephants were hunted because people could sell their ivory tusks for a lot of money. Now, this has stopped. But all around the world, hundreds of different types of animal, from insects to tigers, are disappearing because of lost habitats or hunting. Pollution is also a huge problem for animals.
Listen and practice.
Healthy habits.
Good habits are important for living a healthy life. Bad habits are difficult to break. So, It's important to live a life of good, healthy habits. That's why I have made a list of healthy habits and how to keep them. Habit 1. Eat healthy. How? Eat a variety of fruit and vegetables and drink water often. Eat junk food like chips and cookies only occasionally. Habit 2. Always be polite and kind. How? I say please and thank you frequently, and I always share with my friends. I help people when they need help before they ask. Habit 3. Stay active and exercise often. How? I walk to school and I take the stairs. I play outside with my friends. I never play video games for more than 1 hour. Habit 4. Take good care of my teeth. How? I brush and floss my teeth every night, and I visit the dentist regularly. Habit 5. Do the sleeve sneeze when you've caught a cold. How? I always sneeze into the inside of my elbow. Do not spread germs to others. With these good habits, it's easy to stay healthy.
Listen and practice.
Every country has typical dishes that are popular with local people. These dishes are often made in a traditional way with special ingredients. Couscous is one of the most typical foods in Morocco. It's made from wheat. The couscous grains are small when they are dry. Then they get bigger when they are cooked with water. Moroccans often eat couscous with meat and vegetable dishes. What types of dishes are typical in your country?
Listen and practice.
Another typical food in Morocco is tagine. It's a hot dish made with vegetables and meat or seafood. People also add nuts and dried fruit like raisins. They cook the tagine very slowly in a tagine pot. When it's ready, they serve it with fresh bread. It's delicious.
Listen and practice.
Travel more, spend less.
This was a great year for traveling. I took trips to France, Australia, and Turkey. I spent almost a month in each country. Besides the cost of transportation, I only spent $600 total for all 3 trips. How? Well, I didn't stay in any hotels, and I didn't eat in expensive restaurants. It's easy when you know the secrets to cheap travel. For my first trip, I went on a working holiday in France. Every year, farmers in France hire travelers to come and work on their farms. I slept at a farm for free, and every weekend I traveled around the country. During the week, however, I picked fruit for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Picking fruit isn't easy, and sometimes it didn't feel like I was on vacation. But I met a lot of great people, and I ate a lot of delicious food at the farm. For my next trip, I went backpacking in Australia. During the day, I went hiking, and each night I slept in my tent. Carrying a backpack and tent all day can be tiring. However, the mountains and beaches were so beautiful that I didn't think about my heavy backpack. Finally, in Turkey, I tried couch surfing. To couch surf, you join a special online network. This network connects travelers with hosts in different countries. Hosts invite travelers to sleep in their home instead of spending money on a hotel. You sleep in a bed or even on a couch. That's why people call it couch surfing. Couch surfing is a great way to meet people when you travel. All my hosts were really nice, but one guy had 2 big dogs and they were noisy. It was hard to sleep there. I have to go for now. 2 couch surfers from Canada are coming in an hour, and I need to clean my house. Happy travels!